We were supposed to be celebrating our second wedding anniversary. My wife, Jenna, had planned a weekend getaway with her two closest friends, Maya and Tasha. She told me it was a surprise trip, something fun and spontaneous, and that I should just go with it. I should have known better when the joke started early in the drive. "Don't worry," Maya said, smirking at me in the rear-view mirror. "We'll take good care of you, or at least get you lost in the woods." They all laughed. I forced a smile. We stopped at a train station around midday, in some town I didn't even know the name of. Jenna said she wanted to take some aesthetic travel pics. I followed her out, obedient and clueless, still thinking it was part of the plan. Then they all got back in the car. Jenna leaned out the window, grinning like it was just a game. "Figure out yourself," she shouted. They cackled in unison, and then they drove away. At first, I stood there stunned, waiting for them to circle back. They didn't. I called Jenna. No answer. Texted her. Delivered, but no reply. I tried Maya and Tasha. Straight to voicemail. It didn't take long before I realized it wasn't just a bad joke. It was something else. I sat on a cracked bench for nearly 2 hours, trying to make sense of what had just happened. Was it a prank? A punishment? Some warped test? It wasn't until I checked Jenna's Instagram that it hit me. She had posted a story just minutes earlier. A boomerang of champagne glasses clinking. A caption, "Free at last, face blowing a kiss." That's when I knew this wasn't a prank. It was a message. I didn't go home. Not then. Not ever. Instead, I found a cheap motel that night. My thoughts were a storm. Rage, disbelief, grief. But beneath it all was a strange kind of clarity. Something in our marriage had died long before that car sped away. The signs had been there. The sudden coldness. The private texts. The nights out that never included me. The way she laughed harder at her friends' jokes than at mine. And I ignored all of it. Because I loved her. Because I thought that was what loyalty meant. Over the next few days, I stayed off the radar. I didn't contact anyone. I didn't post. I didn't explain. I just disappeared. I took whatever money I had left and bought a second-hand phone. Created a new identity online. Found a room to rent from an old man named Henry who didn't ask too many questions. I got a job under the table at a small diner, washing dishes and cleaning floors. Every night, I slept on a mattress that smelled like dust and age, and every morning I woke up a little less like the man Jenna had abandoned, and a little more like someone who could finally breathe. A month passed before I heard from her. It started with texts. "Okay, joke's over. You've made your point. People are starting to ask where you are. Are you seriously ghosting your wife? Come home." Then the calls came. I didn't answer. Then the messages changed. "You're being so dramatic." It was a harmless joke. I was drunk. We didn't mean it. And finally, the truth slipped out. Fine. I slept with someone. It meant nothing. I was going to tell you. There it was. The confession hidden inside a tantrum. Like it was no big deal. Suddenly, the prank made sense. It was a cover, a setup, a way to humiliate me and push me away before I could find out what she'd done. She didn't expect me to walk away. She expected me to come crawling back. A year went by. I changed cities. Got a steady job managing inventory at a local grocery chain. Quiet work, honest people. I saved what I could. Built a small life, one piece at a time. One evening, I was walking home when I saw someone familiar across the street. It was Tasha. She didn't see me, but I froze. She looked different, tired, thinner, older somehow. The sight of her made my skin crawl, but it also brought closure. These weren't goddesses who'd wronged me. They were broken people hiding behind loud laughs and false confidence. I never spoke to Jenna again. I never gave her the satisfaction of knowing where I went or who I became. But I heard from a mutual acquaintance months later that she told everyone I had a breakdown and ran away, that I was unstable. That was her version of the story. But the truth is, she lost a good man who would have done anything for her. And when she played her little game, she thought she'd win. Instead, I rebuilt my life without her. I met someone new, Not flashy, not perfect, just kind. She listens when I talk. She doesn't need to make me feel small, to feel big. She doesn't pull stunts. She just shows up, and when I told her about what happened, about the train station, the prank, the truth, she didn't laugh. She cried. Then she hugged me. And for the first time since that cold bench in the middle of nowhere, I felt like I was finally home,